So, now you see me a bit better, I hope. Good, cool. Slow sex. What's it all about with slow sex? I am sometimes talking with people and try to explain what slow sex is, and a lot of times people tell me that they experienced slow sex already. And then when I keep on asking, I hear out of it that what they do is slow sex. So they slow it down and to a kind of a minimum in which they kind of start to feel that this is also nice. But the thing is that even with this slow movement, there's still stimulation. And the stimulation part is what imprints sexuality, which is this pattern of sexuality is movement. It is true, the movement is true, and a certain movement is really important in sexuality. The thing is that it is not the one main part, because for many people, it is there that the movement is here to stimulate. The movement, if you do a deeper feeling, good movement, it goes there that this movement itself keeps your body in a flow. It keeps your body away from getting stuck and tense. This is the reason for movement. So whatever is holding cannot flow, and there is no energy flowing. The moment you start to move it, the moment you give movement, a little movement is already good, is already a lot. Then it cannot hold and it starts to flow. And when it flows, your energies can flow. And the energy can flow from your pelvis, from your lingam, or from your vagina up into the body, hopefully up to your heart, and maybe even out to the last limits, the outmost points of your body, the periphery. And then you have the movement where it really brings you to a good place, to a place in which sexuality gets its vitality. If you move because of the stimulation, and there we have this hook in it, this kind of like almost something which is a force to do that, is that especially men need a certain stimulation to keep their erection. So losing the erection is a big thing in sexuality and should not happen. And this should not happen brings in the whole stress of, first of all, having an erection, and second is to keep it up. So whoever saw once behind the scenes of a porn movie, and the porn movies are the ones which influence so many people very deeply. And the thing is that we don't see behind the scenes, and behind the scenes there are actually women or men, depends on what kind of a movie it is, which are there just to help the actors to keep their erection. So they go out of the picture and they get built up to have an erection, and they are in the picture while they have an erection. If they lose it, they go out again and get help from somewhere. So each time you have a cut in there, it's also maybe because the actor lost his erection. It's a big stress to keep the erection up for a long time. And Of course, there is also the stress of the whole crew which is standing around, which also is a part of it. But the thing is that normally an erection can can hold itself for a couple of minutes. It's a few minutes, and then it falls down, it loses it. That's the natural part. And the only part to get around that is to keep the stimulations up. When you keep the stimulations up and you need all this movement, then you need with the years more and more movement and more stimulation. And that's where also, for example, now again the porn movies go, it's a very high frequency, a very high energy they bring in to show these intercourses. And it's an effort. It's very goal and target oriented, and it goes there where in the first part is that it is not allowed, the sexual energy is not allowed to come up and go away again. It has to stay up. So most of the time in sexuality we do a lot of things to keep it up, maybe very close to the orgasm, then down again and up, but it's in a very small range, and there is no allowance to give the sexual energy all its freedom. So the sexual energy is a wave. It starts, it builds up, and it falls again into each other. It just disappears because it goes into a kind of a reset almost, kind of a relaxation, because the sexual energy is not there to just ask for action and do action and top yourself every time you go in there, and top yourself even having sex at the moment. It's the soul, the true inner energy of sexual energy goes up into this high arousal, high energy, and then there it comes down to relaxation. So the relaxation is like this picking up again momentum to build up. And the thing is that this is the beauty in it, is each time you build up and it comes up to a peak, the peak is each time higher than before. And therefore when it comes down again, it goes lower than before, so you go in a deeper relaxation. So that's the wave. And the more you ride this wave, the more you go with it, the higher you can go in your experience, in the emotional experience, also in a full body experience. And the lower you go, the deeper you go into relaxation, which brings out all these endorphins and hormones which bring this ease to the body, which relaxes you. There is also these hormones which relax the muscles, and you really go deep into that relaxation part. So deep that it is possible that you fall asleep. So slow sex is a form of sexuality in which it is allowed to fall asleep, which is really nice. So now the point is that I can assure for 100%, no matter how deep you relax, the sexual energy will come back again. Don't worry about it, don't go and find it, don't push it, don't go into some cinema you have in your brain about some scenes which turn you on. Dare to be there and dare to trust your body. Trust them that what's in there. And this impulse of the sexual energy will come. And all these things have this one spot, this one condition, which is that you give your body a chance, and there slow sex starts. Slow sex is going there where you don't move at all. You can come together. You can go into intercourse, and once you're there, you don't move anymore. So what happens is that the body connection is given. So the bodies, these two bodies connect, and you can feel it by yourself. What happens when you are in contact with another body? If you touch this other body or this other person touches you, it brings in this feeling of, I can't put it in other words, of real connection. And the thing is that there were studies and tests in which very stressed persons met very calm persons. So there's some people that were really put under stress, and then they met people which are very calm, and they were all connected to an MRI to read all what's happening in the brain. And the amazing thing was that they started to even out. So the very calm person, they got more under stress, so their stress level raised a bit, and the ones under full stress, they came down. And the amazing thing is that it was not that the very calm person would be able to calm down the stressed person down to the level where he was, or the other way. They met somewhere in the middle. So the calm person comes up and the stressed person came down, and they found each other. So after a while, after a few minutes, this level was the same. So this is now what I really call connection. And happens with love, happens with this attraction, it happens with this intimacy, that both start to regulate and start to even out. It's kind of a balancing in of these two bodies, just by the touch. Nothing else. It does not need anything else. And the point there is that a body is always aware of what is happening to the body. And when I'm in there are certain massages, for example, where it's like when it goes deep into the muscles, for the full body massage, deep into the muscles, and it's really working on the muscles and through all the body, then I'm not relaxing as I would do in a massage in which almost nothing happens. Try that out if you never tried that, because when the body does not know where the hands go next, the body stays in a certain alert kind, which is checking and observing what is really happening, where does the hand go and how does it feel. So each body part the hand goes is a new feeling, is a new checking out what is happening now to me. And there it helps. It's not really evening out the body, because it stays on a certain alert which is higher than to go into a real relaxation. So what we would try to find is that the body can let go of being in an alert state, because it starts to trust the hands which touching the body, that these hands won't make any surprise the body is not prepared for. So to give the body the chance to relax and really let go is that the movements, first of all, are slow, really slow. And you can start already like with a movement of millimeters. And when you lie down and your partner starts a massage, and just putting the hands on the body is already, if you give this a chance and you go in a connection with the body and just let the hand there, and for maybe at least 3 minutes, then this body has a chance to really register what is happening, to really feel what is happening. And you will be surprised if you take your time for that, how deep a touch can go and how far inside of the body it can widen itself out, the touch alone. And starting from there, and you keep it really slow, and I would say, I don't know, I have to check that out once, maybe a millimeter per second for the speed. That gives the body enough time to realize where the hand is going. It can prepare for this touch which is coming. When the touch comes, it's no surprise. It can feel the touch, and it can also prepare for letting this touch go. These are 3 stages which are important for a body. So, and now I was talking about the skin from the outside, and the thing is that to a certain point we can try it on ourselves. There is a miracle, it is a phenomenon actually, that there is a difference between when somebody does it to you or you do it yourself. So doing it to yourself can also go very far in this experience of that actually you can really calm yourself down. You can come into a certain connection with yourself, in a love with yourself. And there's the trick that the brain knows where the hand goes, so it can kind of prepare for that. And this is to learn that this is a trust. This is the trust because the same command which moves your hand comes from the same spot which after feels this hand, this movement. And there is the thing that we get into the same trust with a hand from somebody else, with the body from somebody else, and it's in the job, in the power of the person who is touching to go there where this trust can be built up by knowing I give this body a chance to realize what's happening and to go with that. The same happens with the genitals, the exact same. So a penis and a vagina normally experience, once sexuality starts, there is high movement, high stress, high stimulation for both. And this keeps the body on an alert state, which does not allow the body to go into a really deep relaxation. So it can be fun and it can be okay sometimes to stay very high active and have like wild sex. That's okay if you are ready to miss certain other things. Therefore you can live some wildness in yourself out, and that's okay. But if you sometimes or in between want to reach a deeper level, then it's really necessary that you cut down the stimulations to a point where also a vagina has time and has the space also to really feel. So if something erupts like that inside, there is no chance to feel what's happening. It's even the opposite is happening. All these sensors for feeling, they pull back because the stimulation is too high and it cuts off actually the feeling. And the other thing is that when the movements are super slow, and I prefer actually not moving, because the energy of a penis in the vagina is high enough that your whole body feels there is something in you. And then these sensors, feeling sensors, they want to do their job, they want to feel something. So if there's not so much coming, then they get curious and then they come out. So that will make you really, really sensitive of what happens. And this also will relax your body. So the same goes for the penis and for the vagina, or the lingam for penis and yoni for vagina. Good. Once all the sensors are out there and they can feel and they get aware and they have all the freedom to risk that they can really go out there for real true feeling. So once it's there, then the whole energy can start to flow, and there is this little movement possible, but it's very little. If you start to move and this deeper connection to your body fades away a little bit, then you were too fast. If you move your body and you realize, woo, this is really great, and wow, this is really the thing, and you keep on moving again faster and faster, then you also missed it. The thing is that it takes time to build up this connection of what is happening to your lingam or your yoni, and to allow it to take it fully into your body. And this is kind of in the beginning, to get to know that, to get there in the beginning, it's like you get it's like you get a really little taste of a very sweet fruit, and you have to take this little taste of the sweetness, and you have to it's kind of a make the most out of it. So to feel that moment of a deeper connection, and this little thing, this almost nothing, keep it in your body and feed it and bring it in and make it bigger and bigger. So that's kind of this first time feeling. Like, for example, what you can do is remember the feeling you have of an orgasm, but you're not moving, you're not doing anything to have an orgasm, but remember the feeling of an orgasm and take this feeling into yourself, feel it, and start to widen out this feeling. It has nothing to do with any stimulation in your genitals. It has only to do with your emotions. So the emotions is the transmitter or the carrier of this orgastic feeling into your body, fully into your body. So in the beginning, it's kind of this point of making most out of almost nothing. And once you can train that, you get there where you can go in deeper levels and feel much more and bring that fully into your body. And you need to bring it fully into your body, into every cell of your body, so that this sexual energy and this orgasmic energy has a chance to come into your body. And then you keep on working there, and then there's a very big chance that you will experience a full body orgasm. With the full body orgasm, and with that you will find out that you can experience all these different orgasms. And like there are, for example, with women we know there's the clitoris, and it's the clitoral orgasm, and then there's also a vaginal orgasm, and then there is this cervix point orgasm, and some women even talk about more spots they have to have an orgasm. Some others have just one, the clitoral or the vaginal. The thing is that actually all orgasms are connected to the clitoris, because today we know how this organ really looks like, and there is no place at the vulva and in the vagina where there is no texture of the clitoris. So in a way she's always involved. The thing is that for example, with these lowest movements in the vagina, then women need also to get this little feeling they have, build it up emotionally, and then they go there where they say, if I'm stimulated just with the clitoris, it's a whole different story than when I am stimulated only in the vagina, because that is the orgasm in the vagina is deeper, has a deeper impact, takes longer. I feel this orgasm longer, and it's not like this short, heavy orgasm shot. It's like a long wave of orgasm. And the same is possible with men. The thing is that our most sensitive point is the crown of the glands of the penis, and this spot is during penetration on a perfect place. So with their own movements, a man can really stimulate his very, very sensitive part the way he wants. And through this constant stimulation, the orgasm will stay there. It's kind of like a clitoral orgasm. So most men actually have what I would compare with a clitoral orgasm. It's this really fast, hot wave up, shot like up and down, and that's it. So the thing is that once you go with these very, very little movements, and you take it that you lose erection sometimes, and you will find out after a while that the sensors for to feel, they are not here when an erection is here, they are always here. So the penis is always as sensitive also when there is no erection. And to go there and also start to collect these little feelings which are there and build them up in your body emotionally. That means, for example, what is a good training is that you, for example, you give a pressure when you are connected to a yoni, and you give a pressure and you push in there, but you're not moving. It's not an in-out movement. It's kind of a one direction movement, and you just keep pushing and you're not moving, but just like to hold this pressure in there. And that gives a certain stretch into the penis, which allows kind of coming a bit closer to how it is to feel, and kind of keep the erection a bit. So that would be a first step. And staying there and to get this little arousal, this little energy, and build it up in yourself. If you get there that you can have an orgasm at this point, then you will make this experience, which a lot of women also do. You will find that your orgasm is not like a shot up and down. It starts to build up slowly, slowly, slowly. It takes a lot of passion and losing yourself into these emotions. You need to keep it. And when the orgasm comes, it's sometimes just like by feeling it, it's like 10 or 20 times longer than normal. I called these orgasms in the beginning, I called them slow motion orgasms, because it's not something which suddenly happens, and it's really like this point of no return. You cannot return, you cannot jump out of it. Once this whole orgasm series starts, then it starts and you can stop it. So there it's so slow motion that you have kind of you realize each little step there is, and you can go much closer to this point of no return. And there is a trick. There it's where it starts to have a dry orgasm, an orgasm without ejaculation. You can trick it, because ejaculation and the male orgasm, they are not connected together. You can have an ejaculation without orgasm, or an orgasm without ejaculation. They are not connected. So in this slow motion thing, you can go there where you take this whole orgasmic energy into your body, into your emotions, and keep it in your body, in your heart, in your love, in your cells, in your breath. And there you can I call it trick out the ejaculation which stays, and you go into an orgasm. Now the thing is that this orgasm is fully comparable with another orgasm. So the thing is that there you will need this, I don't know the English word, in German it's Refraktärphase, Refraktion. It's this state in which the male body goes into full relaxation. These are hormones which do that. There are a lot of muscle relaxation hormones. And this gives this whoa for about 20 minutes. So this phase is the longest, 20 minutes. And after that, maybe to a half an hour, and then all the energy is back. So it's not lost, it's not gone, it's just something which happens in the body, and also to relax all these tissues which are here to hold the erection of in the penis, and to relax all that. So this also happens. So a lot of people think, or a lot of men think, once I can keep back the ejaculation, then I am there where I can have several orgasms. This is possible, to have several orgasms, but you will still feel this coming down, and this relaxation time in between. What's also there is that and you really have to be careful there, you can have an ejaculation without the orgasm. This would be another way around. And in my experience, I can keep like that. I can keep my energies much better than when I have an orgasm without ejaculation. So, and a lot of men told me the same. They were just sharing this fact with me, and had the same experience. So there's a lot to gain out of that when you go there where you really go into slow sex, at which means, so to make it in one line, slow sex is kind of the emotional sex. Slow sex is bringing this sexuality into your emotions, into your heart, into your love, out from the lingam and out from the clitoris into your full body, and work there with it. So both systems work really good, and both are allowed. So I'm not saying replace the one with the other, add slow sex to it. And there in these long orgasms, there where you start to realize how many different qualities there are. What happens when you play with all that? What happens when you allow, when you ride a lot of waves, many of them, and it just goes into a trance. It's like you can come to these ecstatic parts or even trance parts where you start to realize that your body is moving but you are not doing it, because the whole energy took over your body and goes with their own direction. The body becomes the director of what happens sexually and not your brain or even any wishes or thoughts or whatever, how it should be, or pictures you have. Then you connect it to your body and then you're there. And in there is such, in there and in the sexuality itself is this energy of, or this power of, or this magic of that once you live your own sexuality, you start to get to know yourself. You start to find out who you are. And this, to me, this is that one part of a true spirituality. So that's where I say spirituality starts when you go the path of sexuality. You get to know yourself. You get to know your body and your feelings and your emotions. You can start to circle in what you are, what your essence is. And this is the spiritual part. It's like spirituality has a very strong connection to your inside, to your soul, to your myth you have in your life, to your own cosmos, which you have built up with your ancestors for I don't know how many thousands of years. And it's not there where it becomes a religion or a belief for many people. It's your own intimate cosmos in which you find your own divine. That's the spiritual part. And within that, and with the relaxation and with the realization who you are, starts the healing part. Once you realize that your sexuality is beautiful because it's yours and not somebody else's. So, not to move, go really slow with yourself and allow this body connection, then you start to develop your own sexuality, then you have a chance. And this sexuality can be wild. You can be, maybe you are very person with a lot of temperament, a lot of energy, you're wild, you're a volcano maybe. So yeah, if it's that and you get there and you can live it, that's the healing point. Maybe you're quiet, maybe you're very still, maybe the smallest touch, maybe the silence in it brings you there. And if you can live that, then you heal yourself. And you heal other people when you allow them to go there. And if you are a very quiet person and you think it needs to look like in the porn movies, you missed it. And there is no healing energy in it, in sexuality. Not then. So that's why at the first place, slow sex is healing energy and is a spiritual energy. And within that, there is a beautiful gift in it. And that's the orgasm. And go there where you give yourself the allowance that you sometimes go into an sexuality in which you allow yourself an orgasm. and be very conscious about it. And build things up so your orgasm becomes full, becomes like what you feel, and enjoy it. Don't keep it there where maybe it happens, maybe not. I will see, I try to get it, but if not, then it's okay, and if yes, it's also okay, and it's kind of like something which will happen or not will happen. That's okay too. The only thing is that sometimes you just generate a much deeper focus on yourself when you go there and you tell yourself, okay, today I'm going to work on my orgasm and I will try this or that and that, and last time I was there kind of close and I go there and my goal actually is an orgasm. But the difference is it's a very conscious orgasm. It's not the one which maybe happens, and it's not the one where you say, oh cool, now I will have an orgasm soon, cool, great, yeah, let's do it. It's not that. It's the allowance to experience the true divine and the true spiritual experience you can have, and the true healing experience you can have, which is in the orgasm. It hurts me sometimes when men come to me and say, whoa, I went for half a year without the orgasm, I suppressed it. They suppressed their own vitality, they suppressed life, they suppressed spirituality and relaxation and healing within themselves. There's absolutely no use for that. What you can do is, because the funny thing on that is that they talk only about the ejaculation and would love to have this other orgasm, and then they work there and there's just no relaxation in all that. And I can really assure that orgasm which builds up, for example, when you tell yourself, okay, I will go 4 or 5 waves. I want to be 4 or 5 times up there, and I don't want to miss when the sexual energy comes down and declines. So if you're not really sure when it starts to decline, then as soon as you feel like something goes into a routine, something is like, okay, it feels good, now I keep on it and I stay on it because it feels good, and maybe my partner has an orgasm soon, it feels like he or she could have an orgasm soon, then it's already over it. Then stop yourself, calm down, don't get out of the sexuality, but stop and just bring your body into relaxation. Stop the movements, lie down, relax, let everything go, feel your breath, and feel this sensation, also this experience of coming down into a deeper relaxation, and feel that, and there wait for the next wave to come. And cool. We are still on. Great. We still have, you can, I don't know, I think you can put, if you have a question or anything, you can put it in the chat while I try to find out for how long I was talking already. Yeah, I have 10 minutes to go. The most things are told, and if you are like motivated to try it, then there's one rule I can give you, a few rules. There's the one in which the start of slow sex is not to move. because one of the first steps is to break with your routine, break with what you know, get out of your sex box, go where you are not comfortable, go where you don't know anymore how sex works. If you can reach that point, then you are already very close, in which the body, your body, has a chance to take over, because our bodies know exactly how it works. There's never any doubt in the body how it works. And we often think that it is our body which is really horny and really needs it and really wants to go there and really wants to penetrate or be penetrated or have this orgasm and all that. And this is the thing, it's possible that this is right, but the chance is really, really high that you just follow your routine you gave yourself over the years. And they won't disappear just like that. So the thing is, to break it consciously, and you actually don't know what you break and you don't know where you want to go, but to just be sure that you break it, just be sure that you bring yourself to a point in which the things you learned so far won't work anymore. And then the whole thing changes. And to give yourself this amazing chance to let your body talk, to let your body be heard for once, and not that your body needs to do what you think is the right thing, but to turn it around and follow the body, who really, and I can assure you, the body knows how it works each time, with every touch you give. So I was talking a lot about penetration now, and this is this one part. I just want to also remind you that slow sex can also start there, where for a while you don't go into penetration, but you do all the other things around it. And once, give yourself an hour and tell yourself you won't penetrate anyhow, anywhere, and fill this hour with sex. Do all the other things. And maybe I do another webinar about that, to what you can experience there, because there are some really, really hot things you experience only around penetration. And there are things which I actually prefer to experience more than in a penetration. There are kind of orgasms which are, absolutely comparable, if not slightly a bit tastier and juicier than an intercourse, an orgasm which comes out from intercourse. Good. So I am at the end, so the hour is full, and let me see what I have here. Are there any questions? At the moment, I don't know. I don't know even if the chat works. We have people in here, but if you feel like having questions after that video, if you want to get something into contact, then please contact me under rogerspies.ch, or you can go into Google and you give sexual healing Roger, and you will find me. Google will bring me up next to Marvin Gaye's Sexual Healing, and you put my name there, then you have it. Great, cool. I wish you a beautiful evening, and I wish you all the best and all good energies to try out slow sex. Thank you for being here.